Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grand Rising, how y'all feeling? I know it's the mid morning. Got some things going on and some new things going on, right? As you can see, it is June 22nd, 2024. Happy solar return, happy Earth night, happy born day, happy birthday to you all. And for those of you who have transitioned on, may you transition well and be at ease. So, what did I decide to do this morning? Was do a test one of some new systems that I'm using. Wow. Oh, yes, moving some things out. Somebody said they don't do this anymore. Now, when I was coming up, this is all you had to do. There was the thing is the dry cleaners, you know, we brought certain things there where it said dry cleaner only. But most everything else, you were doing it yourself. Why is that an important thing? Because some of your most important clothing to you have it yourself. And as you can see, this is a cotton fabric. How y'all feeling out there? You gotta make sure you got your stuff on the right setting. And what are we looking at? A souvenir that I got from my mother years ago. And you wear it many different ways. You can put it on your head. You can wear it around your waist. You can find it right Copacabana. But of course, thanks to the thing, we smoothing some things out. We got a lot of stuff going on in our living. And especially these days, when you think about a draft, right? A military draft. What is it all about? I just can't get it. I feel like war in itself shouldn't be a thing. In the physical, we know that there's the same perspective with spiritual as well. I feel like there shouldn't be any kind of wars that we have to be involved in, but we know that there are those particular type of things going on. Whether you're warring with yourself or there's an opposing team, right? But today we're gonna just think about going forward in a positive light and stay away from those things of the world, you all, because as many people participate in those wars, there's many people who don't participate in them at all and they go on to have a life that is fitting for them in peace, right? And so that peace comes from inside, internal peace. Yeah, you know, there's a battle you may have to deal with one of those internal wars, right? What is the internal war? Overcoming some particular thing of yourself that was keeping you from being able to shine how you can shine as your greatest. No matter what acceptance someone else wants you to feel like you need from them or their approval, you have to be approving of yourself, living in your good life, right? And seeing it as the dream. And what we're talking about as far as astral projecting, a projection, All right, then think about wealth, a plan, a business plan, drawing out. That's my business, what I'm planning. As long as I know the Most High is going to give me life. And that's what we used to hear the elders say, God said. What is that about? God sent me another day to carry out those things that are fitting for my life and being accepting of what it is already that you have. That's so gratefulness. And that's what we grateful about. There's just so much we could do without, right? Especially for the stability of a family. Now, what they're going to learn is a whole lot of home economics over here. Yes, they will be getting that. A whole lot of it. How to create and make a home. It's not just about being at home. You have to know what to do at home as well while you're there. How y'all summer starting out for y'all? Are y'all doing okay? Y'all feel all right out there? A whole other type of living. I remember when I was in high school, home economics is an elective. And I'm like, home economics? What is that all about? I never took home because I felt like it wasn't necessary for the things that I had already been being taught at home about home economics, sweeping and mopping and sewing and knitting, ironing. You know, like when you get that new pair of sheets, you gotta iron them out right after you wash them, after they dry, clean them out. Get some of those kinks out of these things, especially whatever it is that's going on in our own life. Take those kinks out. So now what is this? Or it is a wrap, right? Got all of those wrinkles out. It doesn't take long to do so. And really cut the eyes off before you unplug it. So basically, this is a test one to see how everything is working and how it will be once I start doing the presentation because there was someone who asked for me to show some of the ways to do certain crafts long ago. And they did ask if I had a YouTube to do so, and I told them no, but now I do. So forward in motion, and we're talking about living your dreams and the things that you desire to do, and being able to accomplish that at whatever level you are financially, mentally, spiritually, uh, and physically. There's no disability that you cannot overcome. All right, so now here it goes. I'm gonna use my shirt just like this because you sound like that, but I don't want to bulge in it. and I didn't want it on the side. As a side for if I was on the beach and I was using it as a cover up for my bathing suit, I possibly wouldn't want it the same way. But as a skirt or some summer flare to what it is that you already have on. Uh, so now there you have it. And there was a quick tutorial about ironing your sarongs. And yes, they do need to be ironed if you have had them crumpled up or if you had them tied around your head. And this is my new style that I will be rocking for the summer until we get a blowout. Because why? He had to do a blowout. And I was like, oh, a new look, a new era. And it's not really a new look. It's a partial new look because I've had my hair where it was short at the top and long at the back many times before. And there would be the curls that I'm thinking about doing some spiral curls at the top. And I'm thinking about that now. Which go out really, really big at the top and keeping my locks long at the back. That way, all of that weight from the locks, oh, they were so heavy. And it was getting hot. And I was like, this summer, how am I going to cool down and have a wonderful cool summer? Is by letting go, lightening up the load. And do I feel so light in here? Just like this. All of that information that is pouring into the atmosphere. Yes, baby. So now that we get this test thing going on, what is really going on? I don't know. It seemed like when I was on my phone, it was popping off. Now I really get to see what's going on and who's who and what is what and keep in account. But this is a test, and I feel like I will be doing more editing using whatever tools that's available for video editing. Yeah, I'm kind of rusty with my skills as far as being in front of a computer all the time and doing these particular type of things, but that's gonna change. I'm not really gonna have a whole lot of time to do it. I still don't like to sit still too long, but I have found myself the longest YouTube video I did. I was here for like 6 hours. It's unbelievable for me, even me thinking about my own self. So what do we have today? Something that just popped up. Okay. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but there's 10 tips for a stress-less parenting. Okay. I get a lot of tools for things that I feel like I might need for myself if I feel kind of rusty in my parenting skills when we're not getting positive results, trying to use positive methods, it could get a little difficult. So I'm like, let me pick up some of this knowledge that's along the way to help reiterate what it is that I should be doing, what I know how to do, what I'm skilled at. All right, especially dealing with my own children, but you never know how stressful it could get when you're taking on the brunt of all of their energy. Little people have a ton of energy. And then we know what type of nutrition they get in and substances from the food, the minerals, the vitamins also help to attribute to their energy and how amplified it may be. But these are 10 tips for stressless parenting. Thinking about the number 6, 4, and the 8, 3, and 16. This is provided by McKinney Vento Homeless Assistance Act, NOLA Public Schools. Okay, so number one, take time to do something for yourself each day. Exercise, stretching, and reading are more proven ways to reduce stress, which is a good thing. Stretch in the morning, when you're getting out of the bed, waking up, hold them arms up, that's that first yawn. And then when you get out of the bed, bend over, touch your toes, and do that work. Yes, they do for your back, opening up your spine. All right. If you're feeling overwhelmed, arrange for some outside help so you can manage all aspects of your life more effectively. Keep your sense of humor. Laugh it off. You gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes, especially with the little ones. I find myself doing that a lot. Okay, and that's a good help. That's right. When things don't go as planned, no one is a perfect parent or a perfect child. So don't look for your children to be perfect and know that you're not perfect. Y'all are learning and teaching each other as you go, and that's what I'm saying. Even some of the most experienced parents that are possibly with two or three generations up under them are still in that same aspect. Accept that children sometimes make mistakes or inconsistent and act thoughtlessly. This is part of being a child. So that's the one thing to remember as well. And then go back to that humor, skip back to that and be like, oh, I remember when I was a child, as far as back as you can remember how. And even if you weren't that particular type of child that you're parenting, just say that, they're a different, person. You know that. Count to 10 before you act when you're angry. Do a meltdown count. 5, 4, 3, well, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3. Go in the opposite direction, either one, as long as it's 10 intervals. Listen to your child and show you value your conversation that you're having with the child. Good communication can prevent conflict and stress, which is definitely true. And especially when they get into those imaginative states, and then you feel like, oh, okay, let me play imagine because sometimes it's kind of hard to distinguish if they're talking about something that they think really happened or if they're imagining. So you have to know how to distinguish the two. Schedule in family fun and fitness. Laughter and physical activity are great stress reducers, which is true. So we always find something to do together, even if it's just shopping in the shopping center. But that could become stressful as well. So remind them about what are you there for, and anywhere. If it's a fun place, then they obviously know that they have room without limitations to act wild and have fun. But there's certain situations you can make shopping fun if you desire to. And number 9, talk with friends about parenting concerns. Also share your reflections on the joys of parenting. I'm always proud to be a parent because X, Y, Z, this, that, and the main thing is I get to see myself in another person. All right, and treat me better than I would have thought to be treated. That's what we want to do. Even though we know things can change. Learn how children mature. This is number 10. So your expectations for your child's behavior are realistic. And then there's the Spanish side to it right here. All right. So thank you all for tuning in. This has been a test run. We're smoothing some things out. Why we got that smooth out? Because we were able to iron some things out. This design, I know I probably would do it a little bit different and then put some other stuff with it in my purse and my shoes today. But I don't have those on just yet. But these would be the perfect shoes for some to walk on the sand and if I was walking on sand. And I'm like this. And there's many different ways that you can tie a song, right? You have to iron it to smooth it out. You twist it at the end. And it up. And you can wear it like that. And then I probably would use it these two as a way to tie it again. If I wanted it to be tighter or not. But this is two just like that. And then it lines up. Alright, you all. So it is the test run for the some things out getting into gear for the summertime because it's here and it's time to be as active as the weather is active. Y'all be safe out there. If they say there's a storm coming that could cause heavy flooding and wind damage and whatever else, y'all be ready to do what y'all got to do. Love you all. Have a great one.